Hello, my loves. So, today we're diving deep into Jungkook's birth chart and specifically what it reveals about his future spouse, who they are, what kind of energy they carry, and how they connect with him emotionally, and even what their love story might look like. So, now Jungkook's chart is honestly fascinating. It's one of those charts where you can immediately tell that the relationships aren't just about romance for him. They're about growth, about finding someone who helps him evolve into his most authentic self. So let's get into it. Jungkook has a Capricorn ascendant, and that sets the entire tone for how he moves through the world, serious, composed, and hardworking on the outside. But with Cancer on the descendant, the kind of partner he's drawn to is the complete opposite. He doesn't fall for appearances or fame, he falls for someone warm, nurturing, and emotionally real. Someone who brings softness into his very structured world. Because his ascendant ruler Saturn is in Aries, love often teaches him patience and emotional expression. He's someone who can appear in control but feels things very deeply underneath. So his future spouse is going to be someone who helps him open up emotionally and safely, not through pressure but through consistency and care. With Cancer on the seventh house, his future spouse will have a deeply emotional, protective nature. They might literally have strong Cancer, Pisces, or Taurus energy, signs that feel safe, comforting, and emotionally genuine. This is someone with nurturing instincts, but not in a cliche way. They're not smothering or overly sentimental. It's more like a steady, calm, emotional presence. Someone who knows how to listen, how to soothe, and how to bring peace into his world. They probably have that old soul kind of warmth. You know, the kind of person who makes everyone around them feel understood without saying much? That's them. Now, Jungkook's moon is in Virgo, and that tells us a lot. Emotionally, he's thoughtful, observant, and detail oriented. He expresses love through actions, through being helpful, reliable, and also protective. His future spouse will definitely be someone who notices the little things too. They might also be quite humble or reserved, not someone loud or attention seeking, also not somebody flashy or dramatic. Virgo moons often need partners who create emotional structure, someone who's calm in chaos and helps them feel useful, not overwhelmed. So, this relationship will be based on mutual effort, not drama. They will build their connection quietly, step by step, maybe even away from the spotlight. Because his moon sits close to his north node and Lilith, his emotional relationships are part of his soul growth. He's meant to learn that vulnerability isn't weakness, and his spouse will be the one who teaches him that. It's a very, very healing connection for him, but it doesn't come instantly. It builds trust slowly and deeply. His Venus in Libra is beautiful. It shows someone who craves harmony, peace, and genuine emotional connection. He values balance and fairness in love, and he's drawn to partners who are graceful, emotionally intelligent, and kind. But Venus is opposing Saturn in Aries. That aspect shows he may have experienced delays or lessons in love. He's not someone who rushes into relationships easily. He tends to hold back until he's sure it's real. That's part of why his future spouse will feel so rare when he does open up. It's because it's truly safe to. Now his Mars in Scorpio adds another layer entirely. That's his passionate, magnetic, and loyal side. When he's in love, he's all in. His emotions go deep, and he's drawn to someone who feels things with the same intensity. So his future spouse is the perfect mix of soft and emotionally open like Cancer, but strong and grounded enough to handle his depth. Someone nurturing on the outside, but very emotionally powerful underneath. When it comes to her appearance, with Cancer in the descendant and Venus in Libra, his future spouse likely has a very gentle and refined beauty, the kind that feels comforting and genuine. They might have a youthful or fresh energy, but not flashy, more like elegant, serene, and graceful in how they move or speak. Cancer influences often also give a soft face, maybe even a round face, warm eyes, or a caring expression. They might have a soothing voice, or very natural energy that makes people feel calm around them. This placement also can manifest as someone who has a lighter skin tone. And because his vertex and Juno, the marriage indicators are both in Leo, there's also a spark of charisma. So while they're calm and nurturing, they still stand out, not through confidence, but through presence. People naturally see them. And this placement can also manifest as someone who has a more Leo like style, maybe even with accessories. Looking at his 10th house in Libra, his spouse might also be involved in something artistic, creative, or people oriented. Maybe music, design, writing, teaching, or even psychology. They understand beauty, but in a balanced and thoughtful way. With Juno and Leo and the vertex there too, this person could have a public or expressive side. Maybe they're popular. Maybe they're confident in their talents, good with communication, or even involved in something that connects to creativity or entertainment. And I gotta say, Jungkook has the highest probability of marrying somebody famous or a celebrity out of all the members. Yeah, but this person is not boastful about it. Their confidence feels earned, not loud. Their background could be emotionally rich. They may come from a well off family or a well respected family, even. Maybe a family that taught them to take care of others early in life, or one where they had to become emotionally strong through challenges. That's why they're so nurturing, not because life was easy, but because they learned how to make peace through empathy. Now, the relationship dynamic. This is where Jungkook's chart gets really interesting. With Capricorn rising and Cancer on the descendant, love is a mirror for him. His future spouse is literally his emotional opposite, the heart to his structure. So, when they meet, he might resist at first. The emotions feel too big and too raw. But that's exactly what his soul needs. His spouse brings like warmth where his built walls. They remind him that being strong doesn't mean being cold, and being vulnerable is okay. It's not weakness. There's also a lot of balance here. Her Cancerian nature will bring emotional safety, while his Capricorn energy will bring protection and direction. Together, they create a home in every sense. And because of that Mars Venus energy, their physical and emotional bond is strong. It's very strong, very loyal, very private too, and built on mutual trust. I don't think they're gonna be like the public couple. They're gonna be more private and reserved. How they might meet. With Libra at the midheaven and Venus there's a big chance they meet through work, art, or collaboration. It could be a creative environment, something involving teamwork or beauty, maybe behind the scenes of a project or through shared social circles. And the fact that Juno and Vertex are both in Leo suggests a fated magnetic meeting, one of those right place, right time encounters. It will feel familiar for both of them, like they've known each other for a long time before. And since his North Node is in Virgo, their meeting will shift him towards maturity and service. Meaning, after this relationship, he becomes more grounded and calm. It's the love that makes him feel secure enough to slow down, breathe, and just be. At first, the connection might feel subtle, like friendship or deep mutual respect, but as time passes, it grows stronger, more emotional, and eventually becomes impossible to ignore for both of them. They're gonna go through phases where they challenge each other, her emotions versus his logic, but it always leads to deeper understanding. It's not chaotic love, it's steady love. It's the kind that just grows quietly and becomes unshakable. In time, she becomes not just a partner, but a grounding force, the person who brings warmth and peace to the disciplined world he's built for himself. So, when we put it all together, Jungkook's future spouse is likely to be somebody emotionally intuitive, caring, and quietly strong. She has this nurturing energy that softens him, but she's not fragile. She's wise, steady, and deeply grounded. Together, they'll build something private but powerful, a relationship that's not just about appearances, but about peace. She will understand him in ways most people can't, and in her presence, he will finally feel at home, not just in a world, but in himself. So, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. This is all I'm gonna discuss today about Jungkook's future spouse. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And please tell me in the comments down below. I read all the comments. Would you like me to make this one flow into like a part 2 style ending? For example, in the next video, we can look at their compatibility or how they influence each other's growth. Or should I just end it as a complete standalone reading like this one? Or would you like to see a reading just like this one for the other members as well? So please tell me down in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.